Hi, welcome back to A Novel Lunch. My name is Pamela S. Thibodeau. I am your writing coach, and today we're going to talk about tax deductions for writers. Now, before I get too far into this video, please understand that I am not a tax professional. I am not a tax attorney. I'm not a CPA. I'm speaking from my experience filing my own taxes for over 20 years and I did work as a tax professional in my past. So what I'm going to tell you is basic deductions for writers. And when you get ready to file your taxes, you be sure and talk to a tax professional and see if there's something that is no longer available or something else that's available that I'm not sure about. Okay, so let's get into the video. Some of the things that are necessary business expenses that are tax deductible are paper, ink, magazine subscriptions if you belong to like Writer's Journal or anything like that. If you belong to any writers groups, those dues and fees are tax deductible. If you drive to a writers meeting every month or every couple of months, that mileage is deductible. Let's see, any advertising, any production costs for your book, your cover, your editing, anything like that, that's tax deductible. Any programs that you have that you use to produce your book, like Microsoft Office or Canva, those fees are tax deductible. Let's see. There's a lot of things that you might not normally think about that are tax deductible. So what I'm going to suggest is that you talk to a tax professional. Now, there are two ways that they may file it. One is a hobby and one is a business. That's between you and your tax attorney or your tax professional. But a lot of those same deductions go across the board for both instances. Now, you should keep track of all your income and all your expenses. Now, if your income all comes through PayPal, PayPal sends a 1099 now. So that makes it easy for you. But your expenses, you have to keep up yourself. So an easy way that I do that is I use a spreadsheet. I use Excel. I list all my expenses. I list all my income. If I drive to a facility for book signing or anything like that, that is tax deductible. The mileage is. I keep everything in a planner. I write down where I go, how many books I sold. Oh, and speaking of books that you sell, another thing is cost of goods sold. Now, there's ways to file that. If you keep books on hand and you have inventory, again, talk to your tax professional. Don't just go and try to do this on your own if you don't really know, if you're just getting started and you don't really know anything about taxes. But inventory is one way. What I do is I file cost of goods sold. I only report the sales as I sell them, and I report the cost of goods sold. I do not do an inventory because I don't carry a lot of books. I have a lot of titles, but I don't carry more than a couple copies of each. So there's things like that are all good tax deductions for writers. So we're getting into tax season now. If you've been keeping track of your expenses, now's the time to start getting them ready for your tax filing. If you haven't, now's the time to start keeping track for next year. Keep track of your mileage when you go to a writing related event. If you go to a writer's conference, those fees, your travel fees, your meals, all of that is tax deductible. If you travel for your research or buy books for research, things like that, those are all different things that can be or are tax deductible. So start keeping track of your expenses, and then so that you'll be prepared for when it's time to file 2026 taxes. This is a short video today. I hope it's very beneficial to you. There will be a document for you to download on the website. So the link to that will be in the show notes. If you would like to work with me one-on-one as a writing coach or to ghostwrite or to help you with your writing project, my email is in the show notes. And if you'd like to support A Novel Lunch, the link to that is in the show notes as well. If you enjoy this content, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing it with others. And until next time, write happy.